Hi everybody! Today I want to bring you a completely different video and I'm really excited about it. It has to do with body work. As many of you know, I have been going on this kundalini journey for a little while now, and one of the things that it has just been a component of the journey itself is the release of emotions that are trapped inside the body. I can do the releases by myself, but I wanted someone who could assist me. And that's where Pat comes in. I found her channel on YouTube. I don't even know how. Talk about synchronicity. I immediately saw her doing the exact same points on the body to release emotion that were being worked on by the kundalini, and I thought that is such a coincidence. I just wrote to her and she was so lovely back. She said I could come up there and work with her with one condition, which is if I hated it, to say it, if I loved it, to say it. So I'm here to say I loved it. I have never met anybody like her. I was just so thankful that someone was able to be a witness and to hold space for me during my process, and to know what she was doing and to be able to declutter as much as I did in one session. Bodywork in essence is emotional release therapy, or as Pat likes to call it, opening the heart. I imagine it as all of these layers, our heart in the center, our heart being the window into our true selves, our higher selves. All of these corroded layers of hardening that we've had to do based on the experiences that we've had in this lifetime. What this process does, and what a lot of the awakening intends to do, it's the same thing. It's opening the pathway to the heart, to your love. In a sense, when you're pressing on the body and when you're releasing these trapped memories or these trapped feelings that you never got to express and stuffed inside, what you're doing is you're loosening it. You're shifting it around. You're scratching at the surface of these layers that are surrounding your heart. You then feel it and you integrate it and you become whole. That's the goal. That's what this process does. And as the layers start going away one by one with time, you have an open heart. I believe that we should be able to live in the body. We shouldn't have to escape and go out here. I know I was a floating head for the majority of my life. Going into the body was very painful. The comforting thing about all of this is that once you start it, the body does most of the work. I mean, I've expressed even on this channel that I've had releases that were almost frightening. I spent 3 hours one time and it seems like I was groaning like an animal, but my body was doing it on its own and shaking. As you activate it and you go into it, and it does it on its own. It knows what it's doing. Well, the essence of this video was that the kundalini was doing this energetic component, and I found Pat, who was doing the physical and emotional side. Physical being, you know, the body points, and the emotional being that she guides people to feel what the body is trying to get them to feel. So I thought, why not combine the two? This is already happening to me energetically. Why not have somebody work on me physically? And let's see how kundalini does with a body work. Rest assured, the rest of this video is going to show you it might be a little intense and raw and vulnerable, but that was kind of my intent. I wanted it to be real. I wanted you to see exactly the stuff I was saying and feeling. A lot of the things I said in the video are surprising to me. I didn't feel like I was holding that. So if the video is a little bit too intense, the live session part, you can skip to this time. I totally get it. You know, there is a crying girl on your laptop, because me and Pat go into depth about the process, about what's happening, about her experiences and how she got involved in all of this, and kind of what we see happening in the world today and why these kind of practices are crucial. And going back into your heart is what the path, in my sense, the spiritual path, is all about. Enjoy, and yeah, brace yourself.
So I'm going to open doorways. I'm going to know where you're holding in your body, okay? So the first step is that I'm going to open this doorway to your heart. Big breath. None of this is supposed to hurt or feel weird at all. It only does if you're holding stuff. Coming right towards all of this. Yeah. This. Yeah. You know, all of this. That feels like this. To carry this. I'm going to open this up, and this can be really intense, okay? The more that you can tell me to stop, okay? Breath right into this doorway. Keep coming to it. That's it. Right here. Keep coming to it. Yes. 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 Breath. Yes. Your body knows what to do with all of this. That's what we feel first,
Yeah.
the physical pain. Now, what number of physical pain is this?
Like 7 or 8.
So I'm going to tell you something about yourself. Is there a way that you take it?
Huh?
Do you take it in life a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, this is a 7 or 8. This is what it feels like to take it, Laura, and take it and take it and take it. Yeah. The part of you that had to take it. Somebody takes it because they had to take it. They learned how to take it. And if this is their 7 or 8 pain, this is taking it. Having to take it to survive. You wouldn't survive if you didn't take it. You had to.
No, it's like each side is totally different.
Yeah. And the part of you that had to take it, you might even see it. I don't know if you see it at all.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of memories of the day. Like,
See if you can see it.
it's really sad. It's like everything keeps happening, but she has no control over it, and everyone's making the decisions and turning her life around when she has no say in anything.
This decision's being made for her, and she has no say in it. She was not really seen in all that.
I just feel kind of angry as well. Just the fact that I have to take care of everybody, and no one really cared about my feelings and everything that happened. Just breaking the family, moving us around, each mother and each place, and it just wasn't fair.
And keep bringing your energy in, filling your whole pelvic bowl up. Just follow me as you move in with your mind, okay? Big breath. Let's get the door open. That's it. This feels like this. Here. That's it. Keep coming into it. Open it. Yeah, right into this. This whole area. Give it another. You're a little stuck here. That's it. That's it. Right into this. That's it. Yeah.
I'm just so out of that part, you know?
So come back down here. It's time to come home and take it back. Somebody leaves this part for good reason, okay? Leave for good reason. Come back and take it back. It's time to come home, take all this back. All this yeah. Right here, this. All these doors, so you can come back home into this whole area.
I just don't want it attached to someone abandoning you.
So I want you to feel, that means, I want you to feel what it feels like when somebody abandons you. Because I believe you've been abandoned. Yes. And you're going to do everything now to protect yourself from being abandoned, including leaving relationships first. So that you don't have to feel that feeling that you felt once. Yes, what it feels, the part of you that has been abandoned. It's just abandonment in general.
Yeah, in general.
What it feels like. How does it feel to be abandoned? Coming right into that feeling of being left, being abandoned. Have you left all your relationships first?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. What you do.
Yeah, I do.
So that you don't have to go back to that original abandonment, which is so painful. But the truth is living in your body. And you gotta go to it, and you gotta feel it, and you gotta see that part of you that was abandoned. It doesn't matter if it's your mother or your father, it's just abandonment.
Yeah.
You've been abandoned, and how it feels to be abandoned. Pull this up. How it feels, that part of you that's been abandoned. She's down here, see if you can see her down here. She's been abandoned. And so afraid to get involved in too close because you might get abandoned. The part of you that feels guilty. Is that what it was? She feels guilty. Let her be your guilt. The part of you that feels guilty, that blames yourself.
It feels a bit like anger.
Well, this happens to be an anger point.
It's like started as pain, but now it's like...
Come to the anger. The part of you that's angry, let her be here. She has a right to her anger. Let her be here. There she is. All the way. Let her be here all the way. Another breath when you can. It's like really surrendering to it. Yes. Surrendering. Taking it, taking it. Yes. Here she is. Keep coming to it. That's it. She never got to do this. She never got to make those sounds.
How?
I swear to you, it's not supposed to hurt. This is not supposed to hurt. No.
She She feels loving.
Yeah. And look in her eyes.
Yeah, they're like shining. She feels like a smirk, kind of.
That's who you are. Take a look at yourself. Yeah.
I just want to cry.
Yeah. Take a look at yourself. See yourself. This part of you that has shining eyes and is loving. So loving. Well, how much loving? Stay looking at her eyes. How much love do you see in her?
Like universes.
Universes of love. Look at you. Look at it. Is this who you are? You are universes of love. It's who you are. The rest of it's a glow of baloney and crap. And look at yourself. This is what's real. The rest of it is shit. She's never gone away. We go away from these parts. She's never gone away. She's always been here. Take a look at her. She's always been here. And she's always been here for you with all that love. She's always been here. That's who we are, all this energy. And it just gets stuck. And when we open the doorways and we let go of the shit, the wounded parts, the anger, the sadness, the fear, whatever, this is who we are. And this is what flows.
Okay, this experience was legitimately so powerful. Every purge that the kundalini, or like decluttering that the kundalini would have, it would happen, but I never saw it through. Or there was never, my complaint was that there was never anybody that was like next to me. There was never anybody that could, and I knew I needed to do it for myself, but I just wasn't strong enough. I needed that person to hold space.
Because you can't do it alone because you never went there alone. So
exactly, so I never got far. I feel like this session, I feel like 1 year of those mini releases was this session. So much came up. I don't even know how to describe it. Like I just, it was like all these lights were turned on. Like oh my god.
Because you came into your body. Because you came into your body. That's all it is. Once we surrender this in here, it clears it. It starts to clear it. It doesn't happen overnight. You did really good though.
Did you? And I was like, maybe, I don't know if it'll happen. And then every point that you touched, something happened.
Yeah, every point. You got them, like you said, I'm feeling anger. That's like the scapula's in anger.
Yeah, what areas of the body what do you find, what type of emotion go to each place?
It depends. Like they do correlate with some of the organs, like up the back here is the fear, but it's not always fear. It could be something, it could be anything.
Yeah, that's like in general.
Yeah, in general.
Do you find patterns between people?
Yeah, this is mostly fear. That where I worked here is mostly anger. That where I worked here is mostly childhood emotion.
Really? This one was the most surprising.
The neck.
When you hit here, because I've never had that one. That was, I was like, I had never gone, it felt like I had never gone there.
Okay.
Like every place you touched me, I was getting a different line. Or I was getting a different experience. A story comes up, but it's not what it is. But it's funny how they do come up. Like, it'll show you these outdated beliefs or negative beliefs that are still important to know that you're holding.
Yes.
But they're not the root.
Yeah, they're not
because
the root.
The feeling is the root, right?
Exactly.
The people that you work on, what are the shifts that they have afterwards? Not gigantic shifts, but what are the things that they comment on that have changed?
Okay.
Like feeling lighter, or
they always say feeling lighter, but I can give you different stories.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Such as there was a woman that came here that said, I only watch Netflix and I smoke pot all day and I don't get out of bed. And she was really depressed. She did some sessions, she did some workshops. We were working this area. She doesn't eat. I thought that she doesn't eat, right? So she didn't eat. She just watched Netflix. And in order to eat, smoke pot. In order to eat, she'd have to get any food in her. She'd have to smoke pot. Okay. So somebody touched in the workshop in days or whatever. Somebody came over and did something, and she got really, really pissed, and she got really, really angry to where she screamed. I thought this window could have broken. Okay. She really screamed. And since then, this is what she tells me. I eat 3 meals a day. I don't smoke any pot. And sometimes I get up in the middle of the night and make a meal. That's something fast. People say different things. They feel lighter, but it's in the cells of our body, so we are releasing stuff in the muscles. So the muscles they've been going like this. Think if you had to go like this for so long.
I want to explain like what the process is, because people don't really understand.
Cellular memory. The body remembers everything. We don't. Our minds don't remember everything. We left for a lot of things. So in order to hold the feelings that we weren't allowed to feel because we were not given permission. Example, you know, you're a boy and you're called a sissy because you're scared, okay? You're going to learn not to show your fear. What are you going to do with your fear? Stuff it.
And that's kind of like the holding patterns as a contracted muscle?
Yes, like this. That's what we're all walking around unconsciously like this.
Oh, totally.
Okay? It's unconscious. People's jaws, like
I know my jaw.
The jaw, you know, we've clamped down everything. People that have TMJ.
Even the face, like.
No, we do the face. It's the mask. You see, we only work some of the points in you. The face is, you can't do the whole thing.
No way, this is a process.
The face is masks that we wear, you know, to say, hi, I'm doing fine. But what we did is we all did this because we got messages. It starts when we were little, okay? Like, don't be scared. You know, there's nothing to be afraid of.
And it's about kind of making all these feelings acceptable again.
That's what it is. All these feelings are acceptable. And if you look at our culture and you watch like Rachel Maddow, 6 o'clock news, which I watch every night, she's at 6 o'clock, there are probably 10 drug commercials.
It's insane.
It's insane. Every message that we're given is don't feel. Don't feel. Be good boys and girls in school. You know, you're going to get these goodies. You're going to be on this little point system. You earn points. You've turned into little dead robots.
And you need to be a productive member of society.
So like
even
like
women,
this.
we're cyclic, right?
Yeah.
We have periods. We have different emotions during our cycle.
Yeah.
That's like unheard of. It's not about having cyclic nature. What we want is, can you perform Monday to Friday and have no feelings?
That's right.
Because it's about kind of productivity. A lot of the spiritual awakening and why it can be so intense and traumatic for some people is because they were like this when they were younger.
Yeah.
I was like this when I was younger, and then I got the message somewhere along the line that I had to be normal and I had to be, and on top of that,
what normal? You had to be like everybody else.
I had to be like everybody else, and on top, not even just like everybody else, I also had to get everybody to like me, and I had to be like, so I got the role of like the performer.
Yeah.
I got the role of all of these things, and I stuffed away my natural nature, and my natural nature at times was to be sad, was to be this, and I couldn't. The only currency that we have is if you tell me like I'm actually really scared, and then I can tell you I'm scared. But until you do that or I do it, we don't open real dialogue.
That's why I do the groups the way I do them, because it takes one person to get real, and it gives permission for everybody else to get real. A group goes as deep as the deepest person will go. So when you have permission, you know, when somebody gets real, leaders of a group can say, you have permission to get real, but they don't do it. So it's like, if you're not getting real, how are we getting real here? You know, we all have to get real. It's time for us all to get real and tell the truth and show our feelings. And we used to do it when we were babies. We cried when we were sad. We showed our anger. We showed our sadness. What happened to us? That's why I'm not doing this because I'm so nice. And I'm certainly not doing it because I'm making any fortune.
It's because it's your path and you were like, put on it.
It's my path and I want to heal. I want to heal. And if it means looking like an idiot in front of all the participants, I will do it.
That's amazing. How did you get into it?
It was chest pains. It was, I think I told you, it was somebody said, you want to go to this workshop? I wanted to go. I didn't have
Was it like panic attacks or just pain, like something was ripping?
Oh, it was, I now know it was a panic attack. And I now know that it was anxiety, but it was Christmas and I was down on the ground with pain in my chest over and over. I thought I was having a heart attack. And it was just like I had contractions. It's like, here comes another one, and I'm just trying to. And then I decided to do the session that somebody said, do the session. As soon as she put her thumb here, I started screaming, no, no, no. Where did it come from? I don't know. And that was the beginning. And then I had realized that I never was in my body, for good reason. It was a war zone. I realized this is the year anniversary of my father's death. I was holding a lot of stuff, not just that he died, but all the stuff that had happened. You know, I was holding it and it started to come up. And this, thank God, thank you for the chest pains, because I never would have gone in. I wouldn't have done any work. You would not have done the work if you didn't have kundalini stuff going on, right?
There needed to be an entryway.
I needed to have chest pains. I needed to scare the shit out of myself with chest pains.
That's the entryway. It's like
that was my entryway.
It's your body signal. PTSD, for an example, because we all suffer from it. But when you're in the war zone, when it's happening to you, you can't express it, and you keep it. But then, so if we think of the body as a friend, because a lot of people think of it, and I used to think of it as an enemy. Like it's something that's I can't control, and it's fucking shit up for me.
Yeah.
But now, under the theory that it's your friend and it's only here to serve you, what is the reason that PTSD, panic attacks, and all these things come up? It's because now your body's in a safe zone, and now it's coming up to heal.
And now it's saying to you, please come down here.
Right? Okay, good. I'm so glad to hear that.
Every bit of pain, the body's supposed to not be in any pain.
That's amazing. People think that pain is just one of those things that comes with life, and I believe that one of the privileges that you get about being human is that you are entitled to a healthy human body.
Exactly. It's nobody's fault. It's just our body's pain, and illness is the way. Like illness, I always say cancer is the loud cry. The loud cry.
Yes.
It scares you enough to come in. You know, it scares you. Some people,
and a lot of people start their journey with cancer.
Okay, or any illness or any physical pain. Okay, it's a gift. It's the body's way of saying, "Come on, we got this stuff we've been holding on for so long. Let's deal with it. Let's let it go." I am proof. I tell everybody, check my points. You know, do whatever. I'm not gonna have pain. So right now at 64, it's sort of like I don't have physical pain. You know, and it's like I don't plan on having it. You know, I plan on continuing to do the work. If my body doesn't have to do this, it doesn't have to have the physical
over time.
pain.
That's what, you know, and like emotions, held up emotions over time. It starts kind
Think of what's here, grief. All the grief that we've held in because nobody taught us how to grieve. It's like lungs.
It's a way of bringing you back in,
so that you can you can let go of what your body's holding. Our bodies are always giving us messages, you know. And they're always calling us down.
There's wisdom there,
so that we can let go of just what you called the clutter. Just what you call the clutter. The clutter. When we let go of that clutter, everything just starts to run, and we can be more in touch with, like you did, the love. You know. Some people I work on, they can't even feel a hand on the body. They can't even feel. They're so out. They're so. You know, it's like first it's coming home into the body, then it's coming out of here, you know, and then it's like, you know, letting go and loving these parts of us because we are loved.
I still feel it. It's so intense. Like this area is.
That's your heart.
We tend to see this practice as okay, you're just shifting around the trauma, but you don't realize all of the greatness that comes out of it too, because if you're building your authentic self out of it. That comes with a lot of stuff. I would have buried it.
I would have stayed in fear, frozen in fear. I never would have done any of this. I didn't know I could do anything. I didn't even have a plan for my life. I was just surviving, getting through.
Yeah, me too. Like I never aspired to anything because I was like, I can't even
Not even
deal
a relationship.
With today.
Nothing. Just how do you get through the next day? Do you get a job? I think you're supposed to get a job and make some money. Then you then make some. You know, it's like then you get those clothes to look right for your job, and you get that car to look. You don't get that life is even any more than that, you know? It's like it's so much more that we're here to come home. We're here to love. Like I love being on this planet. I know we have shit on this planet, you know.
Yeah, but it opens up to that love. Like you're like, I love being human with all that it brings.
And this nature, the gift that she is, you know, she's always, I never even looked at nature, but I've now learned through this. It's like, God, she's dancing for us all the time. Nature is always, she's always talking to us. I don't even slow down to look or feel it. And when I'm watching that up there, and I'm just seeing how they move, and they're always with us.
And that, I feel like that comes as a byproduct of it, of being in the body. Like I said, all these things are changing. I'm comfortable being in the body, but that also provides this like presence. It just kind of develops by itself.
And it does when you start to be able to come in here.
Yeah.
You know? And we all came here to do something. Like I came here to do a job.
You had a girl who brought you straight to this. That's right. Like if someone had done that,
and I never stopped. Like, I want you to know, in all these years, I have never, ever stopped. I have never stopped. It's 1994. I started. Okay. I have never, ever. When I found this, I was so stunned. You know, I was stunned that I could get angry. You should have seen me in my first class getting angry at the man. You mother. You know.
I'd have loved to know you before then.
I was a bully, you know. I was so different. I've softened. Like, if you have to be tough because you got to protect yourself. I've never stopped, and this is my job. And when I die, there's really comfort in knowing that I did what I came here to do. And that's really big for me. It makes me want to cry.
It makes me want to cry.
I know. I came here and I'm doing what I came here to do. And as scared as I was to do it, and I was, like I told you, I was hoping I had a car accident when the first person. I'm scared, thinking I'm a fraud, I'm a piece of shit. Why would anybody come to me doing a workshop? I'm just an idiot, you know, but still following it and following it and following it. It's like, I'm proud of myself, you know. I'm here, I'm doing it. And it's like, and I'm doing it the way that I'm following this, you know. Doing
the breadcrumbs, they lay out.
Yeah, they lay, and I
followed.
Listen and follow, and I followed. And you know what? It's like, to think that I'm doing this, the most incredible thing to watch people's process is profound for me. And to love them, like we didn't get loved, you know. I don't think we were bonded with as babies, so I didn't really even know what that was. But to literally love them, and it's like, it's a whole different thing when you let it go. And it's like, you know, we're only here a short time. We came here to do something. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And I feel like a lot of people are scared or don't really know, but I'm like, as long as I keep following it, like I don't really know where it's leading, but I know in my bones that it's leading somewhere.
This is my other part of this. This is political work. If we, you know what's going on in the world, there's so much fear. We're going to say these people can't come into the country and these people are this color and they're no good and these people are this religion. And where does that come from? It's everybody's fear. If we don't own our fear...
Imagine if you got Trump up on that table.
He would never get up on that table.
I feel like
he wouldn't get on the table. When I first started this work, 20-something years ago, we'd be on that table till 2 o'clock in the morning because we couldn't get in, you know? But look at the difference as everything's changed on the planet and as we've evolved as people.
I feel like the evolution in the last like 20, 40 years, it's just accelerating healing.
Yeah, we'd be on that table, we couldn't get, I was in a second only because I had so much stuff, you know what I mean? I was so desperate. But it's like people couldn't get in, people now get on that table in no time, bam, they're there, you know what I mean?
Amazing?
And it's just because of where we are right now. And it's like, what's happening on the planet is making more people want to do work on themselves. It's sort of like, people are in pain, people are scared. People want to put their fear on other people. They want to put it on groups, they want to put it on countries, they want to put it on their partners, they want to put it on their parents.
Project it
Own it. Own it and feel your own fear and give it what it needs. Comfort, or give your sadness or your anger what it needs. The comfort, the whatever, the love, the whatever it didn't get. And we won't have to put it on everybody else.
That's a wrap, Pat. Happy as fuck.
I could really see you doing this.
So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm still integrating what happened, giving my body plenty of rest. After these kinds of releases, a lot of the times the body will just be depleted because it has to integrate, and that takes a lot of energy. If you want to work with Pat, I'm going to leave down below her email and her website. She does workshops up in California, Northern California, and she's a godsend. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Mwah!